My gosh, I showed up at the perfect time, Jordan. You got stuck.
Twice already.
You've been stuck twice?
Yeah.
Steve got stuck too and blew a tire up.
Did he?
Yeah, blew it up on the first load. Oh man, what a way to start the video.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Well, it's a battle. Give and take. Every other load we get one stuck.
You're doing your favorite job.
Yeah, I was thinking I should do this on my own. Go off on my own. You're on your own, I'm on mine. See ya.
There you go. Oh, guys, we got a project here. Unexpected change of my life, I guess is what I would call it. As you can see, this looks a lot different. This used to be an old yard site. We've been on and off working here for, well, all summer / spring. Summer more so, I guess. Cleaning this up, this is where my future yard is going to be, I guess, which is close to the farm. And this building was actually supposed to be built in town, but due to a long line of unfortunate events of change in plans, it's going to be out here, which is exciting because town life ain't bad, but I miss being out in the country. So this, yeah, I'm putting up a shed here. Like I said, it was supposed to be in town, and well, due to a lot of reasons you don't need to know about, it didn't work out. So building was ordered, no place to build it, and this was the backup plan all along, and here we are making it happen. I feel like the scraper is a little premature here.
I'd say so.
Well, we have to establish a height that we want to start. This whole, all this black dirt area, I used actually this thing to grade it, so it's all 3/10 of slope on this whole area, so all the water is going to be going towards the cornfield besides where it breaks off to the north. So we have to establish a height that they will be pouring cement on, which looks like they're about 2 feet away from in that corner. So the idea here is we have the black dirt dug off down to clay, and then we got to bring gravel back into the set height that'll work for grade and water flowing away from the building. And then we've overdug also for cement slab out front in the future. Hopefully October sometime build date, maybe. Really convenient during harvest, but they should be able to do it without being babysat. That is grief, she's dusty here. We seen, we're not ready for the laser grading yet, so once we get the pad all done, I think we're done at this site, besides when the builders show up. Well, they're working on that project over there. We got Steve and Jordan trucking, Dad. They don't need us. So that brings us to this thing. And black bean harvest is a couple days away, and we're going to reverse it. It is able to be flipped from one end to the other. So we are going to attempt to lift the box part off of there with the crane. We have to weld some hooks on this end. There's hooks on that end. And now I have a phone call. So we had a little game plan change. We're gonna try and maybe lift one end with the forklift, one end with the crane, because we're not totally sure how heavy that is. And just the way the chaining would happen, I think it's safer to try with 2 units. we'll see how it goes. He's welding hooks on so we can hook there. There is a hook on that side. So we'll be able to loop a chain here, get this hopefully maneuvered in there, lift this end up, lift the other end up. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. And now the gravel pit's closed, so Jordan's with us now.
What could go wrong?
Nothing. Nothing is going good. Could you be any louder?
I don't want to be by this.
I would agree.
The front is still bolted.
You didn't take all the bolts out?
Not yet.
We'll see if it'll lift
The rear?
the rear first before
It should be fine. So we're completely unbolted. We have some tension on the chain. Well, more than some because we are lifting that end. There's now a gap right there. So he's gonna spin around, attach the chain on the front, and hopefully Mr. Forklift can lift that. And that's when everything gets sketchy. No.
This will be easy. What do we want to hook to? Right where that pin is.
Yeah, if you go through where I put that pin, I think it'll be a somewhat allow some rotation. You might want to back up some, put a little tension on it though. Okay, back up a little bit. Yeah, a little more. Yep. Okay. It's still bolted, Jordan. Alright, here we are lifting the whole mechanism.
Two on the back.
Well, at least we tested the chain. It should hold. Good night.
Maybe want to lower it down before he finishes unbolting.
Woo! Look at that thing side load. Just made the comment. Good luck, we can't hurt nothing. We need more, we need a loader to put on the back now. His eyes are pretty big.
What did I say? I seen it coming.
Okay, I think we're ready. We had the mast tipped too far ahead, so we had leverage in the wrong direction, so we tipped the mast back all the way, and it's looking a lot better. A lot better. I can see now why we should have 2 cranes. Not gonna get 2 cranes, but that'd be, or 2 hoists on 1 crane. I might overload the I-beam up there, the crane though, but. Okay, plan is pull the undercarriage out and then lower this down to a safe working level if things go sideways, and then we'll do the rotating. In theory. Okay, down. He's one nervous man. I would be too. Okay. I feel safer now at this level. Woo! Can you believe this? All this just so that the combine operators can see in there. Jordan's about wet his pants with the chip down.
More gray hairs.
Oh. Okay, well, now theory is Jordan back up, and I suppose we may as well try. Or maybe you should stay. You're gonna have to back up some, but how about I rotate? We're gonna go south with my end. That's all I can go to the west. So the other part to this is we need to spin the axle around. And the reason that is we have got fluid in one tire And the fluid needs to be on that side, the side opposite. So if we reverse it, the tires need to be swapped. Since we got the crane, we're just going to hold the hitch, unbolt it, spin the frame. Should work pretty good. Nice.
Wow. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, great. Now where we put all our hardware thinking it was a great idea. Of course, it isn't a great idea. I tell you what, I'm really digging this crane. What's it been here for, what, 2 weeks, and we've used it multiple times? Don't make a mess, guys.
Unbelievable.
It's like a TCM calibration.
Oh,
How's the bearings?
very heavy. Very hard to turn. Okay. Well, that wasn't so bad. Well, it's now 7 o'clock. We did get it set down, 2 bolts tight, 1 lock nut locked up. We had to cut it off. It is setting square. We just have to tighten it down. And then the worst part of this project, we got to relocate the lights to the rear and turn the hydraulic hoses around. Should be fairly straightforward, but because it is only 2 hoses, but it's got to be done. This has to be at the front. That needs to be at the front. The lights need to come around to the back. But that's tomorrow's project, so we'll see you tomorrow. And it's the next day, just like that. He's really going nuts with the beads there. Brody, happy birthday. Thank you.
Yeah, as we were cursing how much they welded it on the last time,
You don't curse.
does it all again.
You don't curse.
Well, just wishing them bad luck. That kind of cursing.
So what I don't understand about this machine is they literally make every piece reversible except for the hydraulic block mount and then the brackets I'm working on building that hold the lights on the back of the machine. Otherwise, everything is totally reversible. Yeah, don't look at this. This has got splatter. I got to do some cleaning. But I've got these ready to go.
I'm ready. I'm just waiting on bro.
I like your glove.
I needed the.
What have you been doing?
I don't know why they don't make them for men. The little hand gloves. I think they fit Brody just fine.
Well, I think we're completed. Got the lights back here, had to weld that bracket on. Flipped the hoses totally around. Got that all routed back. We mounted this instead on this part on here, so if you ever want to reverse it, this don't have to move. You just flip it. We will never have to reverse it, but if we ever decide to sell this, and I don't know why it's the other way. Beat lifters maybe? I don't know. It is interchangeable now with great ease, besides the tipping of the forklift.
Yeah, that was scary.
We should probably check tire pressure.
I suppose.
Test firing. There we go. Looks as if it's working. Well, Dad has a meeting, so I guess I'm on pad crew, which is fine. He says it's a full-time job between leveling it, packing it. We got the packer back, renting that, get this packed down. When we get close, we will turn that on and laser grade it. But basically we want the pad about 6 inches higher than the black dirt is what we're going for. I would say we're getting closer, pretty close. Should have brought earplugs, she's kind of loud. So after Dad left, he talked to the guy that's going to be pouring the cement for this building, and it's going to have in-floor heat, so that was something we weren't thinking about. It's going to have 2 inches of foam under it. So that means we don't have to bring this up as high as we were thinking, about 2 inches. So I adjusted the laser, and I was kind of working on this corner to try to get it built up. And I believe that this right here, this last pass, obviously it ain't the greatest job. I just swooped around twice here and it's so uneven yet. But this here, roughly, tentatively, is going to be where we are going to be stopping with the pad. Now I'm going to pack it. It's going to get shorter and around and around and around, just like the grain bin. You pack it, you got to bring more in, fill in all the divot holes and get it all compacted good so we have a good base to build off of. And then, let's see. It's very, very difficult not to rip the flags out when you're trying to fill in the corners and everything. So basically this flag here, there's a flag right behind the tractor over to that. It's, what is it, 54 by 64 building, I believe. And then this is future cement out this far, about 25 to 30 feet. We've overdug it a little bit. All directions have been overdug. This pad is much bigger than the building and the cement, just because they want about 3 feet on each side of the building for digging the cement forms or whatever they're going to use. And then you never know what the future holds. Cement outside the building is not happening this fall, but we wanted to prepare it. The other thing we've talked about doing, and I know we do at the farm, as you've seen, is removing the black dirt where a driveway is going to be. Well, obviously there's the road. This is this area. You can kind of see where the trucks have been coming in and out. Wondering if we shouldn't remove the black dirt or some of the black dirt, most of the black dirt off in front of the building up to the road for in the future. I don't know. I know the frost really likes to push the black dirt. I'm not saying it'll be cement, but I know how the ground gets soft. Granted, this shouldn't be having 80,000 pound semis drove out here, but it may, till there's a house and a yard, this might be a machine shed for the time being. So yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess, in the future. I'll keep you somewhat updated on it, I would imagine, as progress moves forward. But that's what we got going right now. Here we go. It's like we're doing the bend pad. We are on final grade. The pad was too small, so I did the whole pad flat at the height I want it. And then I'm gonna have to remeasure. I lost my flags, so I'm gonna have to remeasure where the building ends, change grade, and then we're just gonna cut it 1 inch per 10 feet. So that's what? In 100 feet, I gotta set the laser at about a foot. So 1.0 on the laser. And that'll give me the grade of the outdoor cement, hopefully. But she's looking real nice. Got the perfect amount of gravel here. I'm gonna have probably Steve dump his next load on the south end of this pad, so that when we get either excavating or deciding to gravel this, we just drag it off the pad, because this half of the pad all has to be redone. Jordan. Jordan's the new Brody. That is excellent. I'm very satisfied. This turned out great. We're should be about 4 inches higher, which it looks like we're all of that, than the black dirt over there towards the well. It has a well. I think we're gonna have a guy come pump it to see if it's any good. It's a steel cased well, so and it hasn't been pumped probably for 15 years, so odds are it's junk. Well, last and final pack job of the night. I ended up digging more to the south. There was only like 6 to 8 inches of black dirt, and I figured I may as well have a decent driveway area. That's only like 3 inches and then an approach, so I made a longer triangle. And then where the building is supposed to be is somewhere around right here. So I set the transit up for 1 inch every 10 feet or 10 inches every 100 feet. I believe I got that set. Took me a couple tries, but that thing is confusing to run. There's dual grade, and I tried the dual grade. I think I got it. So now from right there kind of down to where I ran out of gravel, is on 1 inch every 10 feet downhill slope. I will probably flatten that out at this flag. I'll probably do a different grade for the rest of this, and then just all by hand when we're going up the approach there. Yeah, this project's pretty good. And then the black dirt that we had here, we drug around the building pad and built that up so that they have a nice level spot to work with on their man lifts. So, feeling pretty good. Next video will probably be black bean harvest. So, we need to get this project wrapped up hopefully in the morning, get them trucks on hopper bottoms, and we're straight into, well, we got 50 acres ready. And then next week we got 155. But anyway, stay tuned, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video. Little life update here also. And yeah, check us out next time.